Well, look at you. Going back, looking at the early episodes, or listening. I don't know if you look or listen or do both. Whatever you're doing, I appreciate it. Listen, this is my little warning. Hi, I'm Robyn O'Neill, by the way. This is me reading stuff. These early episodes are slightly problematic. I'm leaving them up with this warning to you that I didn't have this banging hip-hop track. I didn't have a $40 microphone in the early days. It was just me in a jean jacket on my bathroom floor. Things have changed in 6 months. So thank you for being understanding about the clumsiness of these initial episodes. Keep tuning in, subscribe on iTunes, and all I ask of you now is to go do something you like. Take a walk, drink some coffee, get drunk. Whatever it is that you need to do, go do it. I give you permission. Goodbye. Hey. How are we? I'm good. I'm just listening to Leonard Skinner's Simple Man repeatedly. Probably have heard it 179 times over the last 2 days. It's my current obsession. I've loved that song since I was a kid, but for some reason, I just need it this week. I wanted to say, the suggestions for microphones have been coming in by the truckloads, and I can't thank you guys enough. I'm just kidding. Only one person has responded to me, and that person is Cynthia, who is Draw Paper Stone on Instagram. She's an awesome artist and a librarian, and so she recommended I go into maybe if my library has a sound booth with a mic, and I haven't gone in since she told me that, so I'm going to find that out. In the meantime, I'm still looking for something I can buy eventually, so let me know, sound people. And again, I'm sorry that this sound quality is so kind of disgusting. What else? Oh, I just want to thank you guys, anyone who has given this a listen. I somehow made it to the new and noteworthy section on iTunes, in between someone named Hot Doug and The Medical Student's Edge, 2 podcasts I know you're listening to. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm having way more downloads than I ever thought, so I'm excited. Anyway, let's get started. Today, I put these 3 poems together in this binder of mine that I've been keeping for years. So they all relate to each other. In my opinion, I'm going to try to get through all of them in this short amount of time that I'm giving myself. So let's start with a poem by Heinrich Heine. There's a mirror likeness between those 2 shining, youthfully fledged figures, though one seems paler than the other and more austere. I might even say more perfect, more distinguished than he, who would take me confidingly in his arms. How soft then and loving his smile, how blessed his glance. Then it might well have been that his wreath of white poppies gently touched my forehead, at times, and drove the pain from my mind with its strange scent. But that is transient. I can only now be well when the other one, so serious and pale, the older brother, lowers his dark torch. Sleep is no good. Death is better. Yet surely never to have been born is best. Okay. Next, this one is The Light, the Dead Sea by Frank Stanford. There are many people who come back after the doctor has smoothed the sheet around their body and left the room to make his call. They die, but they live. They are called the dead who lived through their deaths, and among my people, they are considered wise and honest. They float out of their bodies and light on the ceiling like a moth, watching the efforts of everyone around them. The voices and the images of the living fade away. A roar sucks them under, the wheels of a darkness without pain. Off in the distance, there is someone, like a signalman, swinging a lantern. The light grows, a white flower. It becomes very intense, like music. They see the faces of those they loved, the truly dead who speak kindly. They see their father sitting in a field. The harvest is over, and his cane chair is mended. There is a towel around his neck, the odor of bay rum. Then they see their mother, standing behind him with a pair of shears. The wind is blowing. She is cutting his hair. The dead have told these stories to the living. Okay. Hi, guys. Hope you're still there. Lastly, maybe one of my biggest heroes in poetry, Robinson Jeffers. This is called Birthday Autobiography. 70 years ago, my mother labored to bear me, a 12-pound baby with a big head. Her first, it was plain torture. Finally, they used the forceps and dragged me out with one prong in my right eye and slapped and banged me until I breathed. I am not particularly grateful for it. As to the eye, it remained invalid and now has a cataract. It can see gods and spirits in its cloud. And the weird end of the world, the left one's for common daylight. As to my mother, a rather beautiful young woman married to a grim clergyman, 22 years older than she. She had her little innocent diversions, her little travels in Europe, and once, for scandal, kissed the Pope's ring. Perhaps her life was no emptier than other lives. Both parents swim in my blood and distort my thought, but the old man's welcome. Whew, wow. All right. I'm over my limit, but I want to go ahead. I have to say, my dear friend Karolina Václaviak has a book that was released this week called The Invaders, and I can't recommend it enough. And if you live in Los Angeles, she will be giving a reading and I think a discussion this Sunday, July 19th at 5 p.m. at Skylight Books. This is just a natural plug. She is not paying me for this. I sound like I have advertisements all of a sudden, and I don't. But Karolina is an incredible writer, an incredible person, and just thinks about the world in a very unique and in kind of, I don't know, alarming way, especially in this book, The Invader. So I want to encourage you guys to buy that book and read it. Let me know what you think, and be there on Sunday night. I will be there supporting her and being excited to hear what she has to say. So I'm sorry I went so much over. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed my Death and Family poetry series today, and I hope you don't die over the weekend, and I hope I don't either. Goodbye.